Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? That nigga SpongeBob. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another phenomenal episode of My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracy theories.
And we finally work to prove the theories that you, the listener, have at home. It's a motherfucking mini episode. Stay off the damn weed. Come on. You gotta sober up for this one.
Yeah. Don't put that green veil over your eyes, brothers and sisters.
Come on now. I'm Langston Kerman, and I'm awake.
I'm David Borey, and I'm too awake.
Woke.
I ain't been to bed.
Ain't never slept.
Yeah, I was born standing up.
My mother's pussy is ruined.
Yeah. I came out feet first like a water slide.
What a disgusting image.
It's so gross.
Yeah, it's really, because I imagine you said we as you came out. There's a celebratory quality to it.
Hey, Black and Mild was already lit.
We got an email from a person. Now, I don't know how this person came out of their mother's vagina, but I do know that they sent a somewhat provocative email to us.
Definitely.
And before we get into this, it is worth noting that we also received quite a few emails from people who were rather upset, I'd say, at our takes on OJ, that OJ and Khloe Kardashian's relationship, their lineage. They're calling to question whether or not we had the right instinct to say that OJ probably is not Khloe's biological daughter.
And who cares? You guys, relax. I don't even remember what was said.
Yeah, there were people saying that somebody wrote that there was a fair amount of evidence which they don't ever add any of the evidence. They just say there is evidence that they were swingers, that the Simpson family and the Kardashian family were swingers, and that's how OJ busted his first nut inside of what's her name, Chris, leading to
what's her name? All right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Leading to Khloe being the baby that happened. There were also in that same message, they talk about how Bruce was there, and they do refer to Bruce specifically. They're never acknowledging Caitlyn at any point in this message, but they say that Bruce was there hanging out. I guess the timeline for them makes perfect sense, that Caitlyn and OJ and Chris and Robert were all just mushing into each other, and so Khloe was born.
And to that I say, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know these. You don't know these people.
Es possible. Sure. Yeah.
I know OJ was fucking at least.
Yeah, OJ was fucking. I don't put it past any of them to have had orgies and all kinds of weird sexual escapades together.
That's what happens when you get rich.
I just wish that anybody who's upset with us would just send us footage. I'd love to see the OJ sex tape you are so confident exists.
That would be crazy, because I bet you, even at this age, if he dropped, it would probably immediately be the best celebrity sex tape.
You think so?
He's so athletic, yeah.
Oh, I feel the exact opposite.
You think it would be you think it would just be like the Hulk Hogan one?
Yeah, I think he has bad knees, and I think that there's a reason that he keeps sort of picking these like goofy ass white women.
Oh, interesting.
And I think it's because like I can't pleasure a big old thick black lady anymore. I gotta go with what I know. I gotta go with what's easy.
They do say a lot of times at its core that's a self-esteem issue. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Yeah, he ruined it in his playing years.
Yeah, his knees are what took him out of the league, right? Like, if I'm understanding correctly, that was his big downfall.
I don't know too much about OJ. That's way before both of our times, right?
Yeah. I'm not a football fan now. I'm definitely not doing my like football history in none of this shit.
This is the most I've ever heard you reference, the great game.
I just know that the motherfuckers' knees were bad and people made fun of them all the time in stand-up.
That is true. A lot of my knowledge of old sports and things come from Comic View. That's how I found out about most of the details of the trial.
Yeah. Listen, everything I know about the Clinton.
Oh, my God.
That shit came from Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah, it came from Arnez J. Man, if I was around at that time, I would have ate, though.
Come on, man.
I would have had a crazy OJ bit. It would have gone places you didn't. It would have started with Kato Kalin. It would have been nuts.
Bro, I get so mad that we didn't come up in an era where like you could just have a signature bit. Do you know what I mean?
Shucky ducky quack quack.
Come on, baby.
Like it would have.
What? There's so many comedians who we just know because they did one joke that everybody was like, "Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
that's the one."
Give them a movie.
Yeah, and God damn it,
I only know the one Chris Tucker bit.
Yeah, the give me your money, man.
Put
that shit.
Goddamn hands up. Put 'em up.
Yeah.
Robbing his mom or whatever. I don't know anything else.
I know that and the Michael Jackson impression. That was like the other part of that 5 minutes, and that's it.
Which is another bit that would kill. There's nobody now you can impersonate dancing that would kill as hard as just going on stage and doing a Michael Jackson.
Come on, man.
It got him to a Michael Jackson video.
He did a fucking he became friends with Michael Jackson because he did a pretty good Michael Jackson.
Exactly. And meanwhile, we're out here talking about all kinds of people. You think Chris Brown responds to my DMs?
Come on, man.
To be fair, the vit's about him being a monster, but that doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, we're not advocating for Chris Brown, but we would like him to reply at some point.
Some type of an acknowledgement. Do you, and then we'll get on because we got to get to this. Did you ever, you have a blue check mark, right?
I do, yeah.
This is going to be an elitist conversation.
All you planies out there, you sit this one out. This is for kings only.
Yeah, turn it down when adults are talking. That's what the blue check marks are. Adults.
Yeah. Big old grown-ups.
Big grown-ass men and women. When you first got the blue check mark, because you've had it for a while, right?
Yeah, a couple years.
Yeah. When you first got it, did you ever try to like slide into a DM that you couldn't have before?
I did not because I'm married and
No, not sexual.
Oh, you mean just can I like pull a conversation?
Yeah.
That I previously could not have had. I'm sure I've done that.
And did it ever work?
No.
Yeah,
I think for the most part, people don't really want to talk to you unless you actually have something that they can get out of you or that you can offer them. And it don't matter if that check mark is there. Now, I do think, and this actually makes it hurt more, I do think the blue check mark makes them check it faster.
Yeah, that's what I was banking on.
Yeah.
But I was also, man, I got...
Sometimes some blue check mark motherfuckers will send me shit and I'll be like, I'm listening. And then I'll read it and be like, I'm not replying to this bullshit.
I was all drunk one time and Olivia says you don't need a blue check mark to talk to Dennis Graham.
Yeah, winky smiley face, she said afterwards.
You just see titties pushed up to your chin in the picture.
Yeah, sorry, Harry. Yeah.
You need a peach emoji in your name.
Your wife's doing business with Dennis Graham and she ain't coming home tonight.
Hey, that's a tale as old as time. Anyways, the point is I tried to ask Killer Mike if we could go to the strip club one time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And nothing. Airball.
Fuck. And I like, bro, I've been confused for you sometimes. That means nothing?
Well, I hope my wish for you is that something big happens this year that makes him have to revisit that DM, and he just says yes. He just says absolutely.
I want him to have to come to me though. I want him to now have gone because I did something great, and now he's DMing me on some like, and then he sees it, and he's like, "Oh shit, yeah. Why don't we just both invest in the Blue Flame and become like co-owners?" And then we go to A&E and we pitch that reality show, and that's kind of our platform going forward.
Oh, hell yeah. It's sort of like Ryan Reynolds and old boy from It's Always Sunny buying that soccer team, but now it's just
that's
two
better.
niggas buying a strip club.
But we buy a bad one. They're like, this one's about to get kicked out of the league.
Yeah, like not under my watch.
No, we're like, the town needs it. This town, Little Rock needs this strip club.
Yeah. And it's like a really serious documentary about like the recession and the struggle of this community, and y'all are saving it through just pussy popping.
Yeah. Well, in other expansions they had never thought of. Obviously, get a chef of some sort in there.
Come on,
wings, potatoes,
best wing guy in Alabama.
Yeah. But we're like, hey, how much to let you to move to AK? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Right, because the Arkansas wing community has been depleted. They've all moved elsewhere where the economy is more booming, where the opportunities are greater.
And that was also based on, a lot of people don't know that after the chicken wing shortage, there was a great migration of sorts. Yeah. A lot of these wing guys left the South because there just wasn't work. It was drying up.
Yeah, there's wings in them there hills, and they had to... They had to go where the wings were plentiful.
I'm just a 49er, baby. You know what I mean? Give me my pickaxe and my helmet. I'm gonna go make some wings.
Oh man. Well, I'll say this: we've never not started this long.
I feel like this is the length of an episode.
Yeah, we've talked far past what we should, and we haven't read a single moment of this email yet. But that said, we got an email from a person named JQ. JQ sent us an email. They said, "What's up, Langston and David? I love the pod. I got another conspiracy for you." JQ, I assume that means we've either read one of your conspiracies or you send them often and we ignore every single one of them. Either way, thank you for sending.
Yeah, sorry for Killer Mike and you.
He said, "You may have seen the viral video of the CEO threatening a recession to get people to go back to work. In addition to that, I've also heard the big box corporations like Amazon, Walmart, etc. are working to build communities, quote unquote, near their factories / distribution centers where they will eventually offer their employees, quote unquote, housing, which is why you see a lot of homes recently bought up by big corporations. This will seem like a good deal to many. However, in this model, individuals won't own anything and your employer will control your life. This is also connected to the fact that they, and we know who they are, haven't tried to fix the educational system because a less educated population means they are at a higher risk of being exploited by said companies." Then they wrote Jerry. So I guess Jerry is JQ's name. I don't know. There's a lot of names happening in this shit.
I'd have gone with JQ too.
Yeah, don't tell people your name is Jerry, man.
It's me, baby. Jerry.
You know Jerry?
You know me, baby. It's Jerry. As far as to this conspiracy, yeah, I believe it wholeheartedly. I hate as someone who, besides comedy, I had a firm separation between work and home life. I never wanted to fucking hang out with these losers. I think that that's a dangerous precedent to allow your company. It feels so close to like when the railroad offered script. You know what I mean? It feels like a very similar system in which, okay, well now if Walmart owns this whole neighborhood that I live in, I probably shop at a Walmart. And if I shop at a Walmart, yeah, I could pay cash, but what if they give me these Walmart bucks instead? Just because it's a system. And then it becomes this thing where like you're ultimately reliant on this truly soulless entity, this thing that operates to no morals to take care of you. And I think it's horrible.
Yeah,
It's an awful precedent.
It's pretty fucked up shit, and it doesn't feel as much like a conspiracy as I think is being presented. This feels largely, this is a true thing, right? These Amazon and Walmart and all these big companies are trying to sort of build like these worker housing units, and subsequently, to your point, it does mean that they do control your entire life in ways that they are both acknowledging and not acknowledging. Like I recently got a prescription for a medication. Your boy's got psoriasis, and I'm not ashamed of that.
Really? Your skin looks good.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I have to inject myself every 3 months.
No, you don't, brother. Let's just get you some Jamaican black castor oil.
Otherwise, I turn into a lizard man.
All right.
But that said, one of the things, like the drug itself is insanely expensive. But if you sign up for like these weird like incentives and like build a relationship with this second company kind of thing, you can get the drug for essentially free. Like I don't pay shit for this psoriasis medication. But what I also have to accept in doing that, in building that relationship, is anything that they sort of like decide to use with my information and agree to like fucking emails from them, agree to phone calls from them. I have to agree to all kinds of relationships that I didn't fucking want. I just want to be able to inject myself with the medication and move on with my life. And I think this is sort of a more advanced version of that, right? That like, right. Yes, you are potentially getting housing, but how much of your life is consumed by this product, this corporation, this entity?
And not only are... To me, once again, it just is so crazy because not only are you moving into housing owned by your company, that also means your entire neighborhood is people who you work with. And if we all remember from trying to get high at work, these dudes are snitching.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want you. I don't want to live next door. You don't need to see who comes to my house. None of that shit.
And then I imagine there's going to be a level of like corporate policing that happens as it, you know what I mean? Like,
you don't think these dudes are snitching?
But even worse, who's to say that those corporations don't then get to put cameras in the houses or like fucking in the neighborhood to essentially say that this is a way of ensuring that their employees are following corporate rules and all that stuff.
Because now all your extracurriculars are run by the fucking, like, you know what I mean? If it's a neighborhood, now the gym, it's not a 24-hour fitness, it's a Walmart gym. Because why not? So now they know when you're at the gym and the movie theater and the titty bar owned by David Bory and Michael, whatever his real name is.
I think it's still Killer. I think it's Michael Killer.
Michael Killer. But like, but no, I mean, it just becomes this thing of like, how much do you want to let them in? And I do die on that hill where I'm not trying to do any of that. I reject all cookies.
I like that.
Yeah, I reject all cookies. I don't care how good the amateur video that brought me to the website looks.
Guess I'm beating off to that preview.
Yep.
I can't make it all the way through the video. Y'all
if you hover your mouth over it, it starts to play.
Yeah, it's a very scary idea. What's I think especially scary is I'm not exactly sure what can be done about it, right? Like these corporations are not getting smaller despite our awareness of sort of the fuck shit that they're trying to pull.
I think it's up to individuals too. It's just like, we gotta chill. I hate that at the end it gets all preachy, but it's like, it's up to individuals, and we got to stop personalizing all these corporations that are only doing things that to just advertise for us. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we people have personal relationships. You'll hear people say, I love Balenciaga. Why?
What did they do for you?
What if nothing ever, nor will they ever? Don't like, so to love these things and have these loyalties, or like corporations, you know what I mean? I love working for Nike or whatever. That shit's like, it becomes, it's insidious, you know what I mean? And it feels like it's like getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and we talked about this briefly before the podcast started, that in reading this email, it doesn't not remind me a little bit of like what we talked about or are experiencing as it relates to the WGA strike and the SAG strike. There was that article that went viral where this unnamed studio executive essentially said their plan was to let writers starve. That like they would ride this thing out until writers lost their homes, starved, whatever it took to get them back to work. And what ended up becoming sort of revealed inside of like the months and months of waiting was that some of that was just propaganda. It was just a corporation being like, yo, if we threaten to let them starve, we can convince them to get back to work faster,
right,
or we can get them off of this sort of train of self-advocacy. And a lot of it is that, right? Like it's not that they wouldn't let us starve, but it is just sort of big, powerful people throwing their weight around and trying to scare us into making choices that are worse for our lives than we actually deserve. And it is our responsibility, I think, to your point, to be able to stand our ground and say like, yo, as bad as I need housing, as bad as I need, you know, resources, I can't give my entire life over to a corporation that does not give a fuck about me.
Yep. If a corporation is offering you something or offering some help to you, it's always in your worst interest. They are never helping. It's never good. It's never like, oh, and if they're making some shit easier, it's for sure not good.
Yeah.
And you just gotta have that in your head, you know what I mean?
Listen, I don't care if it's June. Skittles don't give a fuck about your gay ass. So.
Exactly.
I know they say they do.
Yeah, but Taste the Rainbow. They did market research to get to that.
They don't care about you.
They don't give a fuck.
And it's great that, you know, sometimes they change the colors and we can all enjoy a different flavored Skittle, but come on.
Right. Except for Tuesdays down at the Blue Flame Strip Club in Atlanta, Georgia. Blue Flame, we'll keep the light on for you.
I like that you just steal a different corporation's tagline. You're like, fuck it. Nah, that's ours.
Yeah. That's what I said. I fly no flag. I have no masters.
Well, Jerry, JQ, whatever you prefer to be called. I pray to God it's not Jerry, but JQ, I hope that this sort of answers your question, your conspiracy. We don't trust corporations, and this sounds very much like some evil shit that Daddy Bezos and the bad boys at Walmart would cook up.
I know I don't have anything else. You did it.
Okay. Good. Fuck yeah. You want to tell the people where they can find you and what cool shit you have going on?
Yeah, come on out to see me. Instagram, Cool Guy Jokes 87. My tour dates are at bringdavidaplate.com. Got like another month or so on tour. We're doing all the fun cities. So I still am going to be at this Friday. I'm going to be in Indianapolis at the White Rabbit Cabaret. Saturday, I'm going to be in Cincinnati. Sunday, I'm going to be in Morgantown, West Virginia. Next Thursday, I'm going to be in Columbus, Ohio. Friday, October 6th, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. October 7th, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. October 12th, Springfield, Missouri. October 13th, St. Louis, Missouri. October 21st, New York City. October 22nd, Worcester, Massachusetts. October 25th, Kansas City, Missouri. October 26th, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And October 27th and 28th, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Come out. My hour's going crazy. I'm writing a lot of new shit. And come out so you can see that I'm good and buy some clothes, because afterwards, ultimately, no one will care. That was a long one.
Look, man, you're gonna have to rest after this because that's a lot of fucking places you got to be.
Oh yeah, we already did that other tour. I don't sleep no more.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I have substantially less dates to tell you about, but you can find me at Langston Kerman on Instagram. I would love for you to follow me there. And if you live in New Westminster, British Columbia, that's Canada, bitch. Come on out October 13th and 14th to the House of Comedy. If you are in Wilmington, North Carolina, I'd love to see you October 20th and 21st at the Dead Crow Comedy Room. Burlington, Vermont, I'll be at Vermont Comedy Club November 10th and 11th. And then finally, November 17th and 18th, I'll be at Hyenas Comedy Nightclub in Dallas, Texas. I look forward to fucking around with all of y'all out there. And as always, if you want to send us your own drops, your own conspiracies, if you want to advocate for the corporations that we have been shitting on this podcast, you can send it all to mymommapod@gmail.com. We probably won't listen to your advocacy, but boy, would it be funny if you go, hey, actually, I think that Walmart is nice. And here's why. Balenciaga saved my father from his cancer. So there. Send it all to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And follow us on YouTube, subscribe, do the whole thing. We haven't said that in a while, largely, I think, because we're both anxious about reaching a certain subscription number and fucking having to learn to do nunchucks and harmonica. But follow and subscribe on YouTube, and that's the whole shebang. Bye, bitch.
Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.